Let's begin our practice in Shavasana. We can start with the legs long, or by all means keep the knees bent as I've done, soles of the feet about mat width apart, and the knees dropped in on one another. Allow the arms to take rest on the floor, and allow yourself to just explore a few moments of rest here. Notice the rise and fall of the breath as it comes in and moves out of the body. We're going to explore a backbending practice today. We'll take the time to open up the front body so that we have more space in which to move backwards. Starting our practice on our back helps us to become aware of the sensations in the back body. It's also a nice way to release any tension that you're arriving to the mat with. So allow yourself to just simply scan your back body, in particular the space between the crown and your seat. Notice if you're coming to the mat with any kind of tension or discomfort, pain in the low back. Maybe there's a lot of tension or holding through the chest and shoulders. Maybe some stiffness, soreness in the neck. Just simply notice all that you need to notice in your body right now. As you linger here for a few more moments, I offer you this chant as a way in which to kind of bring an alignment, if you will, to the energy body as well as the physical, mental, and emotional bodies. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om. Go ahead and allow the breath to flow in and out of the body, bringing a sense of the Ujjayi breath into your practice now. You can also start to wiggle your fingers and toes, even roll the chin from one side to the other side. As you're ready, begin to extend your arms over your head. Let's point out through those toes and find a big stretch through our entire body. Inhale, fill the belly, and as you exhale, squeeze the belly towards the spine, finding a bit of strength on the front body. Very important for our back bending practice. And from here, let's come into a little side body stretch. On your inhale, go ahead and walk your legs over towards the right and sweep your arms over to the right as well, breathing some space and life into the left side of your body. You can hold the left wrist and do a gentle pull with the right side if you wish. You can also take that left ankle and cross it on top of the right, offering you perhaps a little bit more leverage to find some length and space on the left side of your body. Breathe in, fill the left lung, and then exhale. Let's release and come back through to center. And then when you're ready, go ahead and walk the legs now over towards the left and the arms over to the left as well, changing the grip in your hands to clasp maybe the right wrist now. And again, you can take the right ankle, cross it up on top of the left to give yourself a bit more room and space on the right side. Inhale, fill that right lung. And then as you're ready, exhale, Let's release, and then bring yourself back to center. From here, go ahead and release the arms. Let's take that right thigh. Keeping the left leg long on the mat, right thigh draws in towards the right side of the body. With the left leg, keep the leg firm and strong, pressing through the heel but also down with the left heel. As you inhale, you might feel a little bit of space come into the abdomen as you press belly onto thigh. As exhale, squeeze thigh onto belly a little bit more. Take one more breath. And then as you exhale, holding the right knee with the left hand, twist the leg across the torso. See if we can keep the shoulders on the mat. Maybe extend the right arm off to the side, or for a little bit more space into the right shoulder and chest, take your right arm up and back on a diagonal. Keep the left leg active as you press through the left heel, toes maybe turning towards the left. Take a full deep breath in, fill that right lung, fill the right lower back, and exhale, perhaps twist a little bit deeper. In breath and out breath. Inhale, slowly return, come through to center, and then exhale, extend the right leg long on the mat. In breath, and as you exhale, draw now the left thigh into the left side of your body. Again, right leg nice and strong, long on the mat. Also keep the back of the neck long, shoulders both onto the mat. Take a breath in. As you exhale, maybe squeeze left thigh onto the belly just a little bit more. Preparing for our twist. Hold the knee with the right hand, and as you exhale, allow that knee to cross the body, move over towards the right side of your mat. Left arm, again, can extend out from the shoulder, or maybe now up and back on a diagonal line. Inhale, fill the left lung. As you exhale, offer yourself the assist to deepen the experience. Offering yourself just a nice twist to release through the low back and make some space into the side body. Take one more breath in here and then your breath out. Inhale, slowly release. And as you exhale, finding your way back to extending both legs, arms can rest. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, land both feet to the floor, knees bent, preparing for a little half bridge posture. Moving with the arms. As you inhale, lift the hips, but also lift the arms, extending them up alongside the ears. And then as you exhale, ease the spine, hips, and arms all the way back down. Again, inhale, arms up, hips up. And then exhale, ease the spine, hips, and arms all the way back down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift hips, arms extending over your head. This time keep the hips lifted, release the arms back beside you. And then stay there. You can hold the sides of your mat, or as you roll the shoulders under a little bit more, maybe you can clasp the hands, offering yourself a little leverage to then lift up a little bit more into Setu Bandhasana, this variation of our half bridge pose. Keeping the feet rooted, inner thighs drawing together. Yet staying in line with those ankles and toes, the strength through the pelvic floor. Inhale, go ahead and release the hands, maybe stretch the arms up and over your head again. And then as you exhale, control, lowering the spine, hips, and arms to the floor. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, draw both thighs in towards your body, giving yourself a little hug. When you're ready, you can roll to your side or rock and roll to your seat. And then let's transition, making our way into our tabletop position. Little cat and cow here, hands under shoulders, knees behind the hips. On your inhale, let's draw the shoulders onto the back, look forward or up. And then as you exhale, let's round, tuck chin to chest, and draw navel in towards the spine. Again, inhale, shoulders onto the back, look forward or open up. And then again, exhale, round, tuck chin to chest, and draw navel to spine. Inhale, shoulders onto the back, again, look forward or up. And exhale, round, tuck chin to chest, and draw navel to spine. Tucking the toes under, inhale, shoulders onto the back for our cow pose. As we exhale, let's lift the hips up and away and come into downward facing dog, mindful that we haven't created much space in the backs of those hamstrings yet. So just go easy with letting the heels move towards the floor. Find a nice full deep breath in. And then a full deep breath out, really promoting space and length in the spine as we work with this inversion. A little assist from gravity to kind of counteract our practice of standing on our feet all day long. Again, nice full deep breath in, and then your full deep breath out. On your next inhale, let's come forward through to our plank pose. And then as you exhale, lower toes or knees to chaturanga. Find a back bend, maybe cobra, or maybe you're ready for upward facing dog pose. And then as you exhale, draw those hips up and away, arriving back to our downward facing dog. So slowly integrating this idea of moving and breathing with that ujjayi breath and the control and strength from the core. Inhale again, let's come forward through to plank. And exhale, lower, chaturanga. Find your back bend, cobra, or that up dog pose. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Draw those hips up and away. Take a nice full deep breath in here. And then a full deep breath out. Again, inhale. And your exhale. On your next inhale, look forward. And then let's step the right foot up in between the hands. Slowly ease the left knee down to the floor as we come into this little low lunge. Fingertips either side of that front foot, and we'll play with extending the front leg. As you inhale, you can straighten the front leg. Exhale, rebend the knee. Again, inhale, straighten through that front leg. And then exhale, rebend into that front knee. One more time, inhale, a little lengthening. And then exhale, staying here. Knee doesn't have to be extended all the way. And giving a hamstring a little bit of love here as we fold forward and down over the extended right leg. Hands still on the floor supporting you. Fingertips or palms, maybe even hands up on the blocks. If they're accessible for you, by all means, use them to your advantage. Inhale, rebend into that front knee. Exhale, coming off the back knee, and then stepping your way back to downward facing dog pose. In breath and out breath. Good. Inhale, look forward. As you exhale, let's come to the other side. Left foot top of the mat, and slowly ease the right knee down to the floor. Finding that little flow, inhale, extend through the left leg, and then exhale, rebend into that left knee. Again, inhale, extend. Easing the hamstring open, exhale, rebend. One more time, inhale, extend through that front leg. And then perhaps folding down and out over that left leg. Outer left hip is steering up and back. Again, mindful not to strain the knee joint here as we push to have the left leg fully extended. It's better to go easy, soften the knee, and maintain a sense of alignment, crown to seat. And ease the opening into that left side. Take one more breath in, and then that breath out. Go ahead and inhale, rebend that front knee. Exhale, lift off the right knee, and then again step back to downward facing dog pose. Let's inhale, come forward through to your plank posture, and then exhale, chaturanga. Find your back bend, cobra up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog pose, lifting those hips up and back. Take a full deep breath in. And then your breath out. One more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, look forward. Step the right foot back to the top of the mat. And again, let your left knee come down to the ground. This time, back knee. And stay on the floor as we come into a little low crescent lunge. So stay nice and strong in that right quad. You might inhale, straighten the leg a little bit, help to find a little bit more in core engagement, a little more support for the lumbar. And then as you exhale, settle back into that right knee. Arms can extend overhead. Maybe the palms come to touch, maybe not. Certainly feel free to keep the hands in front of the heart space. As you breathe, find some space, come into that left hip flexor, but as you exhale, feel the core supporting the back bend. Inhale, release the hands to the floor, and then as you exhale, step all the way back to downward dog. Inhale and exhale. Second side, inhale, look forward. And as you exhale, step the left foot to the top of the mat, easing the right knee down to the ground. When you're ready, again, inhale, bring yourself up into this low crescent lunge. Again, straightening the front leg a little bit, inviting a sense of strength and core into the front of our body. And then maybe lunging into that left knee, offering a little bit more space into that right hip flexor quad and psoas. Again, you might take the palms together here, or maybe the hands stay shoulder width apart. Steering the hips and heart towards the front edge of our mat as we find space in the front side of our body. Inhale, release the hands to the floor, come off the back knee, and then as you exhale again, stepping your way back to downward facing dog pose. And when you're ready, inhale, bring yourself forward through plank posture. Inhale into upward dog, back to plank. Inhale, upward dog again, back to plank. One more time, inhale, up dog, and then exhale, plank to downward facing dog pose. Take a full deep breath in and a full deep breath out. One more breath in, and then your breath out. Inhale, step the right foot to the top of the mat, turn your left heel in and down, rising through a little warrior to then straighten the front leg and maybe adjust your feet. I like a little narrower stance. We're taking the hands around behind us, putting knuckle to knuckle. You're creating a sense of length through the front leg without locking the knee, but you're also creating a sense of length in the back leg, hip flexor, and low belly. So I want you to imagine the sensation of your upward dog here in that left side of your body. You're pressing down through the back heel, staying strong in the front leg as you lift chest and torso. Inhale, come through the center line, and then as you exhale, begin a forward fold over the extended right leg. Keeping the hands together on the back, try not to clasp the fingers. See if you can instead invite a sense of upper back strength to keep the hands together. You don't have to fold the whole way down over the right leg, but I do encourage you to keep a sense of strength in the right quad so that you're not locking the front knee. So inviting the strength through the core to find your expression of forward fold. Inhale, land the hands to the floor, and then exhale, step back to downward dog. Take a breath in, and then your breath out. Inhale, look forward, and then step the left foot to the top of the mat, grounding the right heel, rise, come up through your warrior one, and then exhale, straighten the front leg, release the arms, and again, adjust your feet, a little narrower stance. Again, taking maybe knuckles together. You can also find reverse prayer pose. Front leg is straight but not locked, hips towards the front edge of your mat, turned towards the front edge of your mat, as we again explore this idea of opening up before moving into a forward fold. Right leg is strong, back leg is strong, core is strong but finding length. Inhale, come through the center line, and then as we exhale, bow and fold now over the left extended leg. So again, our pyramid posture here without locking through the front knee. Forward folding as it feels appropriate for you, honoring the hamstring on that left side. Mindful that we're not loading the front foot with all the weight. We still want to stay firmly rooted and grounded in that back foot. Shoulders stay moving onto the back of the heart. Inhale, look down, soften the knee, hands to the floor, and this time step forward to the top of your mat. Into a long spine as you inhale, and then as you exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale one more time, halfway lift, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, come all the way up to the top of your mat, And then exhale, come into mountain pose, Samastitihi here for our first little sun breath. Inhale, arms extend. Exhale, soft knees bound, fold forward and down over the legs. Find a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, just fold, bend the knees. And then from here, let's find our way into a little Utkatasana chair pose. So when you're ready, lift from those strong legs, draw the navel up and in, and perhaps again extend the arms overhead, palms together. Take a breath in, and your breath out. Again, breath in, and out. One more inhale here. Exhale, maybe sitting down a smidge more, core strong, breath in, and fold and release over the legs. Find a halfway lift, inhale, lengthen crown to seat, and then as you exhale, step or float back to Chaturanga. Explore your back bend, cobra up dog, and then as you exhale, come to downward facing dog pose, again, hips draw up and away. Enjoy a breath in here, and then your breath out. One more inhale, and your exhale. Inhale, look forward. Step the right foot to the top of the mat. Exhale, ground the back heel. On your next inhale, rise. Come on up for Warrior One, Virabhadrasana A. Lunging into that front knee, creating that space in the back leg, in the front side of that left leg, just like we had in our pyramid pose. Palms can touch as we extend arms to the ceiling. Keep the core engaged, root down, and then extend from that sense of grounding. Take another full deep breath in. And as you exhale, release, hands to the floor. Step back. Plank pose. You can keep that right leg floating. There, exhale, lower, Chaturanga. Back bend on the inhale. And then as you exhale, downward facing dog pose. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, look forward. And then when you're ready, step the left foot to the top of your mat. Take the right heel, turn it in and down, and then prepare for Virabhadrasana A on the second side. As you inhale, rise, come up. And then again, maybe hands together at the top of your mat, or rather extending towards the ceiling. Keep that back leg nice and strong. Draw that low belly up and in. And again, we're mimicking that shape through the right leg, similar to what we did in our pyramid posture. Inhale, and as you exhale, take the hands to the floor. Step back, Trianga, left leg floating, or Chaturanga as you lower down. Inhale, Cobra Up Dog, and then exhale, downward facing dog pose. Find a breath in, and your breath out. Again, inhale, and your exhale. One more breath in here, and out. Inhale, look forward, step or hop to the top of the mat, right into your long spine, and then exhale, fold over the legs. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Let's come back to that chair pose. Strong legs, strong core, belly draws up and in as you sink down and back. Lifting at the heart space. Palms might touch overhead using those upper back muscles. Inhale, and then as you exhale, bow and fold, hands towards the floor. Halfway lift in breath. Exhale. Again, let's take the left leg back, stretching and reaching, finding the left knee down to the floor. Inhale, let's find our way back to that little low crescent lunge. And extending through the arms, reaching fingertips towards the ceiling. Still squaring the hips towards the front edge of your mat. Core is nice and strong. Stay here, or we're going to infuse a little bit of an upper body stretch. Take the left hand in behind the head, maybe all the way down to the right shoulder blade, and then use your right hand to help with the opening on that left tricep, left side of the chest. So the whole left side of the body is getting a bit of a back bend here, a little opening. Inhale, release, and as you exhale, hands down to the floor. From here, inhale, find a little bit of space, come into the right leg, and exhale, maybe fold over that right extended leg. So coming back to that little half splits posture, maybe playing with the foot flat on the floor, the right foot, or you can flex the foot. And those of you who wish to explore the full expression of the splits posture, slowly inviting the right leg to extend all the way as the left does the same. You can work with toes tucked under or extended. And hands can stay on the floor, or feel free to once again take the hands together and reach them towards the ceiling. Keep the breath steady and notice the challenge in simply finding the balance in this expression of Hanumanasana. Inhale, hands come to the floor, and then as you exhale, make your way back to your downward facing dog pose. Inhale, bring yourself forward through plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Explore the back bend on your in-breath. And then as you exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath in and your breath out. One more breath in and your breath out. When you're ready, inhale, let's look forward. And then again, walk or maybe hop both feet back towards the top of your mat. As you exhale, fold and release over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it. Inhale, bending the knees, sink the hips, and coming back to that chair pose. I find this posture so incredibly challenging as we're asking our body to do two things: a forward fold at the belly, at the hip region, while we're inviting the upper body into a back bend. As we exhale, take the hands to the floor, hips to the sky. Halfway lift in breath. Exhale and extend that right leg back, and then easing right knee all the way down to the floor again. When you're ready, inhale, find your way back into your low crescent lunge here. Working that sense of strength and support from the front leg, nice and strong in that left quad as we explore the arm option on the second side. So the right hand can come in behind the head, behind the neck, maybe all the way down to the right shoulder blade or maybe the left shoulder blade. Left hand finds the left elbow, half cow face pose arms. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, release the arms, and then exhale, plant your hands down to the floor. Inhale, invite some space into the left hamstring, and exhale, fold over that left leg. Again, stay with the foot flat, maybe the toes flex towards the ceiling. Hands can support you, however. Stay in the half splits variation, or feel free to explore your depth, your level, your variation of the full Hanumanasana. Hands again can stay on the floor to support you, if balance permits, if the hips permit. Feel free to go ahead and extend those arms towards the ceiling. Please mind the low back, ensuring that there's no pinching or searing sensations going on in the back body. Take a breath in, and then exhale, return, hands back down to the floor. Inhale, lift, up and away, and then exhale, land in downward facing dog pose. Inhale, come through plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Back bend on your inhale. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Hips again, draw up and away. Find a breath in and a breath out. One more breath in here. And then that breath out. And inhale, when you're ready, again, look forward, step or hop towards the top of your mat. And then exhale, fold and release over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, bending the knees as you do so through Utkatasana. And then from here, slowly find your way back to mountain pose at the top of our mat. Let's come into a couple balancing postures, working with that element of back bending at the same time. So you can certainly use a strap here if finding the bind isn't accessible to you. Standing on the left foot, we'll go ahead and pick the right foot up. Find the right heel moving towards the right butt cheek. You can even lunge into the standing leg a little bit, find a little bit more engagement through the core before you then invite the right foot to lift up and back. Left arm can go towards the ceiling, mimicking that half cow face pose arm expression where the upper arm lines up with that left ear. Breathe and balance, keeping the hips square towards the front edge of your mat, heart towards the front edge of your mat as well. Take a breath in, and then as you exhale, release, but try to keep that right foot off the floor. Take your hands, place them in front of the heart, slowly begin to dip the heart forward as you extend the back leg, coming into Virabhadrasana C, Warrior 3. It's really important to keep the core engaged here so we don't load that low back. Take another breath in. As you exhale, lunge into the standing leg and invite your fingertips to come to the floor. Standing leg can always remain bent. And then if it feels right for you, you can start to let the right leg move towards the ceiling a bit more as the fingertips will eventually line up with that standing left foot. You can hold one or maybe both hands to the standing ankle as we explore our standing splits. Catching yourself, fingertips, easing the ego in the practice to find perfection in the balance. Okay, slowly return hands to the floor. And then rise from the ground up through to your Warrior 3. Stay strong again through that front belly. Support the back as you then inhale, rise, teeter-tottering, and exhale, arrive back to your mountain pose. All right, let's explore these postures on the second side. So the right leg now strong and balancing, while the left comes into that bit of a quad stretch. As you inhale, take the right arm and extend it towards the ceiling. And then as you're ready, take that left thigh up and back. Still again, inviting that sense of lift through the front side of the belly as we promote this back bending posture on the left side. Right arm eventually lining up with the side of that face and the right ear in our Natarajasana pose. Take one more breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly begin to come out of the back bend. Hands in Anjali Mudra in front of the heart. And as we exhale, allow yourself to find that parallel line with the left leg and torso coming into Warrior 3. Really get strong in that right piriformis and glute. When you're ready, soften right knee and allow the fingertips to come to the floor. As you inhale, certainly extend, if you wish, left leg towards the ceiling a bit more. And then as you exhale, you can fold over the standing right leg. Fingertips again can come in line with that right foot. Or feel free to pick one or both hands up, finding your way into your standing, balancing splits posture. Steady breath, steady mind, as the body finds its way to balance. Slowly letting the leg lower back to a parallel line or less. And then from a lunging standing leg, lift yourself up from the ground to Warrior 3 again. Until you inhale, then find your way back to mountain pose at the top of the mat. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead, and exhale, fold over the legs. Halfway lift in breath, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, come all the way back up. Exhale, bow and fold one more time over the legs. Halfway lift here in breath. And then exhale, Chaturanga. Find your back bend, Cobra Up Dog. And then exhale, Downward Facing Dog pose. Enjoy a breath in here. And out. Again, in breath. And out breath. Inhale, go ahead, come forward to a tabletop, and then we'll explore Anahatasana, the heart opening posture, or puppy pose as it's often referred to. Feel free to put a block under the floor where you might place the forehead. And you might keep the arms bent, hands under forehead. Maybe the chest moves down towards the floor. Maybe the forehead or nose comes to the floor. Maybe the chin to the floor. We're just inviting the space into the upper body. Please listen to your body. Make sure the breath remains smooth and steady. as we invite both arms to come overhead. And of course, that open expression in the front side of the chest. Keep the breath flowing in and out, coming out as you need to, and returning to a tabletop position. And then from your tabletop, let's go ahead, tuck the toes, and explore your downward facing dog pose again. Finding perhaps a little bit more freedom through the shoulders, crown towards hips, full extension. Take one more inhale through to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Back bend, cobra up dog. And then all the way to your belly. Rolling yourself now over onto your back. Let's go ahead and revisit some of this half bridge pose now that our body has opened up a little bit more, and perhaps we have a little bit more freedom for our back bend, a little bit more strength and integrity into those legs and core. So with the feet hip distance apart, heels down from the knees, go ahead, press into the feet, lift through those hips. You can keep the hands separate or feel free to interlace. Or if you're working and preparing for coming into our bridge pose, go ahead and take the hands now somewhere by the ears, palms to the floor. So not lifting up and coming into the wheel in any way, shape, or form, just getting a sense for the placement in the hands, arms as they open both sides now. Squeezing the arms into the midline, finding that sense of strength through the triceps and upper shoulders. Inhale, go ahead and release the arms, and then as you exhale, lower all the way down. Feel free to repeat again the half bridge pose with any arm variation, or again, if you're looking to come into this wheel prep or the full expression of the wheel itself. Inhale, float those hips up and away. Again, honoring your body, your energy, your practice. As you're ready, the arms again can start to extend overhead. Hands will land to the floor, fingertips maybe just slightly tucked under the tops of the shoulders. And then if you're ready, inhale, go ahead and press yourself up into Urdhva Dhanurasana. A lot of times we walk the feet in here to give ourselves a little bit more in the pose. But instead, see if you can today maybe walk the hands towards the feet, relying on the strength in those legs to support you. When you're ready, release and bring yourself down onto your back. Oh, if it serves you, we can repeat, finding one more round of our Urdhva Dhanurasana, the wheel pose. Otherwise, you can stay, rest, or explore your half bridge. When you're ready, feet, knees, hip distance apart. Go ahead and again, inhale, float those hips up. Exhale, return the hands to the floor by the ears, palms down. On that next inhale, go ahead and press yourself up into the wheel. Walking the hands wherever, or just keep them where they are. Chest, heart opening, navel drawn in towards the spine to give length and support to the lumbar. Those legs strong, breath steady. As you exhale, allow yourself to slowly come back to your mat. Staying here for a moment, letting the back bend slowly come out of our body. So resting in neutral is an important part of the practice so that we don't just jump into a forward fold immediately following our deep back bend. Letting the breath move in and out. We'll now shift gears as we move into our closing postures and making a little space maybe through that lumbar. Go ahead and draw the right thigh in towards the body, giving yourself a little hug here. Left leg stays bent. You can roll that right foot in a circular motion until you find a nice flexed foot. Coming into the reclined pigeon pose, you can keep left foot on the floor or Pick the left foot away from the floor, drawing left thigh in as you gently offer an external rotation on the right hip. Please try to keep the shoulders soft on the mat, back of the neck nice and long. It's almost a sense of effortlessness in the upper body, even though you're drawing the leg in, you're holding and supporting, but you're not straining to lift the chin or round through the shoulders. So go easy. A strap is a nice tool to utilize here to ease a deeper experience in the posture. Inhale, slowly release left foot to the floor. And then as you exhale, let's cross that right leg over the left a little bit deeper. So it's almost like cow face pose legs. Keep both feet to the floor, or you can exhale, draw the thighs back in towards the body, and maybe hold the sides of your feet. Again, minding that we haven't gotten into any postures in the neck. Chin slightly tucked, back of the neck long, shoulders stay connected. Take a breath in, and your breath out. Inhale, slowly release left foot back to the floor, and then as you exhale, uncross the right. Pause. And then on your next exhaling breath, go ahead and draw now the left thigh in towards the body. And perhaps doing a little circular motion on the left ankle, a couple times in one direction, a couple times in the other. Find that flexed foot, and then go ahead and cross left ankle on top of right thigh. Stay there in pigeon on your back, or feel free to now draw right thigh in towards the body. You can use that left elbow to gently press out on that left thigh, easing some space into the low back, while again keeping the upper back and the rest of the spine not disengaged, but certainly at rest. Go ahead and inhale, release. Take the right foot back to the floor. Exhale, cross the left thigh over the right a little bit more. And then again, coming into that reclined cow face posture on the second side, holding the sides of your ankles, maybe holding the knee or knees, or wherever feels accessible for you. It feels nice to breathe some space into those outer hips. Again, breath in here and out. And go ahead and then slowly release both feet to the floor. And then returning to posture with the feet wide, knees still bent, knees dropped in on one another. Hands can come down to rest on the belly as we once again invite the spine to fully rest on the mat. Notice the rise and fall of the breath. Certainly feel free to linger in that variation of Shavasana, or if it serves you, gently extend the legs long. Allow the arms to rest, palms up. Allowing yourself to come down to our final relaxation pose, Shavasana. Allow yourself to linger here as long as you need to, taking the time to restore your energy, ease the body, and bring yourself back to life. Thank you for taking the time to practice with me today. Namaste.